What up, good people? It's your boy Ant from the Hip Hop News Report, and in this report, we have a couple of stories I want to share with you guys. So, we all know about this whole Diddy situation, and I want to share this clip with you guys from 50 Cent. Now, he's basically giving like a different perspective on why Diddy could be going through what he's going through. So check out this clip real quick, y'all.
And Beam Centauria and Diageo, the distribution level, it's very hard for you to get things to a point where you can do the numbers, the right numbers. They incentivize the sales force by getting the experience with major corporations like me. My particular experience with Beam Centauri, it was great in the beginning. It's great for us to work for them. It is not so cool when you start to own things. You see what I'm saying? So I made a lot of money with them too. Like, there's a point, they did a deal that mirrored what Puffy's deal with Diageo was for Ciroc. So he didn't have ownership of that at any point, but he was getting a lot of money, like almost like $60 million a year at one point. So you see him go to daily on is when you see him have some issues. And these people have really strong relationships. Don't think that the civil case doesn't turn into a criminal case faster because he's making them uncomfortable. That's a big part of it. The spirits business is...
So, yeah, you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people need to realize, right, that I'm a firm believer on how America was built, right? America was built basically in a racist type state. You know what I mean? White people owned everything. Black people worked for white people, right? And there was always this connotation that black people couldn't do better than white people. You know what I mean? If they became competition, or if you started doing good for yourself, you got too big, we need to bring you back down. You know what I mean? And this could be a different perspective for people to look at, right? Diddy's very rich and powerful. The spirit industry is a very lucrative industry. And maybe Diddy was getting too big. You know what I mean? I want to highlight this comment right here on the side by Jasmine Brands, right? So she says, two things can be true. Diddy is guilty of doing some awful things, should definitely be held accountable. And when black men hit a certain level of economic power and independence, they become a target to eradicate any kind of legacy they might have. I wholeheartedly agree with this comment. And I feel like 50 is very qualified to talk about this because he's been in the spirits industry. We all know that, right? And in the water industry and all of those types of things, right?
Giving them box bonuses. And then when you sell a product, you get the bonuses off the boxes that's there. But you make that no matter what product you're selling. So if you sell Hennessy or Remy out the gate, they start to put downward pressure on the new companies a year. And Beam Centauria and Diageo, the distribution level, it's very hard for you to get things to a point where you can do the numbers, the right numbers. They incentivize the sales force by giving them box bonuses. And then when you sell a product, you get the bonuses off the boxes that's there. But you make that no matter what product you're selling. So if you sell Hennessy or Remy out the gate, they start to put downward pressure on the new companies a year.
Now, and I don't know if you guys heard, but Diddy was talking about he was having issues about what he said. He said that I said the company that he was working with was kind of like they were marginalizing his stuff. You know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken, please share it in the comments below. But this is just my thoughts. But he basically was saying that they were, they were trying to marginalize his stuff, his Ciroc stuff, right? Drink. Basically, just put it to a specific certain people and not everybody. From my understanding, this is just my thoughts, right? My opinion. But who knows, man? When you try to own your own stuff in America, man, people just try to knock you back down. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, you can't get too big for your britches. You trying to get too big, now we gotta knock your ass back down. That could be a part of this too. It could be a major part of this, but I wanted to share that with you guys to give you guys a different perspective on this whole Diddy situation, right? And I wanted to share this as well. So this is I came across this. This is Ray J talking about this whole situation with Diddy.
Stronger future for the culture. I mean, Diddy's been an icon for decades. We've all listened to his music. We've all been around him, that at least in my era, and have looked up to him. And in this situation, it's super unfortunate, but it's important to learn a lesson, right? I'm
gonna start it over for you guys. Hold on.
Anyone until now.
So the question that the guy asked Ray J was, why do you think nobody is coming out and talking about this whole Diddy situation? And this is Ray J about to respond.
I just feel like a lot of people are in shock. A lot of people are dealing with it in their own way. But in times like these, I mean, we should come together. We should talk about it as a community. It's easy to divide and point fingers, but unity is where you build. You can have a stronger future for the culture. I mean, Diddy's been an icon for decades. We've all listened to his music. We've all been around him, that at least in my era, and have looked up to him. And in this situation, it's super unfortunate, but it's important to learn a lesson, right now, and ensure the next generation understands how to move differently with transparency and integrity. And I think transparency and integrity moving forward should be non-negotiable.
I hear you, and look, we need that in every culture. Do you think we haven't heard from anyone until now?
Okay, so my thoughts on this, right? Let me highlight this comment as well. Yo, these comments be on point, bro. So this chick here, right? Shout out to her, Maya. She says, in other words, they need a moment to get their story straight when it's been revealed what they were doing at those parties. This is exactly what I was gonna, along the lines of that, right? What I was gonna say. I feel like Diddy was like the gatekeeper or the puppet master or ritual. You had to go through Diddy to get some type of notoriety or fame, things of that nature. You know what I mean? You had to go through him, and he was that for so long, and he captured so many people's private and intimate situations. He holds a lot of power, and people don't want to incriminate themselves. They don't know what's going on with Diddy right now, and I feel like everybody is distancing themselves from Diddy because they don't know what's going to happen. I feel like there's a lot of people in Hollywood that are really scared for their lives right now. They're afraid that they're going to go to jail. They're afraid that they're going to be exposed. They're afraid of a lot of things, and I feel like people are just distancing themselves. They're trying to see what's going to happen with Diddy. And is my name going to come up? You know what I mean? And it's like, I feel like at a certain point, right? When people get away with things for so long, they feel like they are invincible, and it makes other people feel safe. Oh, well, he's been doing it for so long, I can get away with it too. You know what I mean? But I'm a firm believer in karma. I believe things always come back around, and this could be karma, man. What's happening with this whole Diddy situation? But again, we all keep pointing the finger at Diddy. there's a whole lot of other people that were involved in this. People helped him with the kids. People helped him with the prostitution. People helped him with the drugs. People helped him in his organization, setting everything up for these freak-offs. There's a lot of people involved in this. This is what people are missing. It's not just Diddy. It's a lot of other people that are not named at this point. You see what I'm saying? So this is a big deal. It's a very, very big deal. And we're all going to watch it play out. We're going to watch this play out, man. So I wanted to share that, this whole Ray J thing. As you can see, he spent some time with Diddy. He looks like he was kind of close friends with him, and he could quite well be on those tapes as well. You know what I mean? Right along with a whole lot of other people. But I wanted to share that with you guys, and then I wanted to share this whole situation with Drake and the Super Bowl and Jay-Z, man. This John. Let me fix this so you guys can see it clearly. We're back on this whole Drake and the Super Bowl thing, man. So the headline reads: Steve Stout speaks on Drake, Jay-Z, and the Super Bowl halftime show. So I want y'all to watch this clip. Let's watch this clip together.
I will confirm. Drake was offered the Super Bowl twice.
Wow.
Drake did turn down the Super Bowl twice. And I'm sure if Drake would have said yes, he would have brought Lil Wayne out at some point, right? He probably would have brought out Nicki, which is probably why she's upset, because she's not on stage. But Drake turned it down twice. So there's like this, the NFL, somebody spoke to, no. He turned it down twice, which is fine. He didn't want to do it. But nobody's going to say, damn, why'd you turn it down? You could have got Lil Wayne on, right? Nobody's going to connect that dot. The other thing is that no one seems to think about is why isn't Jay-Z picking himself? Like, he's not even being selfish about it for himself.
Now, right there, I will say that is a very good question. Something that I personally never thought of. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'll finish my commentary after the video.
Why isn't somebody saying, man, you know what? He's actually making a decision based off of what he thinks the best performance is at the right time, music, etc. Because he's not even using this moment to satisfy himself. He has catalog. He can rock.
Yeah.
He's nice. He's not even choosing himself. To me, that should be celebrated. That he's not being selfish and he's helping these artists and giving them what they deserve and not being selfish about it and choosing only, Rock Nation acts or himself. Because if it was just that, I could understand it. But for it to come down like this is just, to me, shit is corny. And it makes the hip hop community, the black community, it leaves a stain.
Hold up. Limitless.
All right. So my commentary, right? So I've reported on this before. People saying that Drake turned down the Super Bowl. Steve Stout is saying he turned it down twice. What I want to know is, why did Drake turn down the Super Bowl? I don't think anybody said that. At least I haven't heard anybody explain why did Drake turn down the Super Bowl. It's the Super Bowl. It's one of the biggest events of the year. Everybody watches it. The publicity, the attention you can get from being on the Super Bowl is a big deal, right? It's the Super Bowl. It's global. Why would you turn that down? I don't understand, right? If this is true, I still don't believe it's true. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. You guys can leave your comments in the comments section below. But I will say that I do like the fact that Jay-Z is highlighting hip hop. And I think that's why the NFL made this deal with Roc Nation and put Jay-Z in that seat, because they were trying to bring more hip hop to the halftime show. There was never really many I don't think it was any hip hop acts at the Super Bowl before, until Jay-Z got put in that seat to choose people, right? So But I will highlight that, like, yeah, I never thought, like, yo, why wouldn't he put himself on? But that's probably why they put him in that seat. He's thinking about, he's making the best choice for what people would want to see, which is good. But I still don't understand why would Drake turn down the Super Bowl. Like why? It's the Super Bowl. I feel like it's just one of those things you got to do. It's the Super Bowl, bro. People, I don't know, like, the Super Bowl gets so much attention. I think like the ad space for the Super Bowl is like, or the amount for the ads or the commercials, people are paying like millions and millions of dollars to have their commercials put on the Super Bowl. So that just that goes to show you, like, yo, like, I don't know. It goes to show you that the Super Bowl gets a lot of attention. Why wouldn't you want to be on the Super Bowl? That's just my question. I don't understand why you would turn it down. I would need somebody to explain that to me. If there's any information out there that shows Drake explaining why he turned it down, or anybody saying why he turned it down, I would love to see that shit. But everybody keeps talking about, oh, Drake turned down the Super Bowl. Okay, what does that prove anyway, though? Like what? Like, why are we even talking about this? Drake turned down the Super Bowl. Okay, you turned it down, but why would you turn it down though? I don't know. This is just my thoughts in the moment. Y'all, let me know what y'all think about these stories in the comments below. It's your boy Ant from the Hip Hop News Report, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.